Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Tonight we are at Mack Strong Stadium for some GIAA semifinal action. The Brookstone Cougars playing host to the Mount De Sales Cavaliers, making the trip from Macon here this afternoon. 80 minutes left to determine who is the first team headed to Macon to play for a 4A state title in the GIAA. My name is Matt Melton here with you this afternoon, joined by producer and color commentator Tyler Dietz. Tyler, how are you doing on this fine day?
Doing well. It's a very hot day out here, so we might see a water timeout, but it is going to be a great day of soccer. Winner goes to Macon. Well, in fact, one of the teams will go to Macon, win or lose, but one of them goes to Macon to fight it out in the GIAA State Finals. It'll take place next Wednesday. I believe this match will be 7:30 next week, so it'll be a great matchup here between two fantastic teams, the Brookstone Cougars and the Mount De Sales Cavaliers, about to kick it off here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Yeah, as we await first kick here, we will quickly give you the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Mount De Sales Cavaliers, as we are now underway. Number 3, Liam Frawley. Number 5, Alex Roseborough. Number 6, Bennett Griffin. Number 7, Josh Beal. Number 8, Aiden Roick. Number 10, Ricardo Farina. Number 11, Jack Bearden. Number 12, Yasser Mendoza Perez. Number 13, Henry Fedellini. Number 14, Lewis Klein. Number 24, Peyton Jones. And as we saw a minute ago, in goal for the Cavaliers will be number 1, Bryce Fletcher. Mount De Sales wearing the all-white uniforms with the yellow sleeves. Now for the home team, Brookstone Cougars in the blue jerseys with the black shorts. Number 3, Henry Adams. Number 4, Cameron Velati. Number 6, Mason Stewart. Number 9, Anderson Shockley. Number 10, Traeger Young. Number 11, Jimmy Hunter. Number 14, Ethan Siraj. Number 17, Jack Modlin. Number 22, E.J. Siraj. Number 64, Ezra Horde. And in goal, number 1, Reed Halter.
Also, just real quick before we get going, I want to say a big thank you to everyone watching on Middle Georgia Sports Live. This is a Georgia-Alabama Sports Live production team and broadcast because we're here in Columbus, Georgia. That's being simulcast to you on Middle Georgia Sports Live. So we're so excited for you to be tuning in. Again, great soccer matchup between these two teams here.
Cavaliers take that one away on the far side of the field. They work it back into the midfield. Over here, this is Fedellini on the near side. Gets past one defender. Looking up toward the box. Velati got a boot on it. And Brookstone gets that out of harm's way for the time being. And E.J. Siraj now looking for Modlin on that far side. Give you a little bit of notes on these two teams coming into the semifinals here tonight. Brookstone 13-2-1 overall in the year, out of GIAA 4A District 5. They booked their trip to the semifinals last week with a 2-1 win right here against number 7-seeded Stratford Academy. So we see Siraj there. He will go down, and we do have a free kick to Brookstone.
I believe first free kick of the match here.
Mount De Sales, we mentioned they make the trip here to Columbus from Macon. Cavaliers come into today 11-1 overall in the year. 5-1 in District 6 play. They are the number 3 seed, so this is the number 2 versus the number 3 here this afternoon for a trip to the state championship on the line. In the quarterfinals, they won on penalties at home against number 6 seed Cristo Rey Atlanta. Very talented team coming to Columbus here this afternoon. Should be a great 80 minutes of soccer. 3-man wall here on the free kick. It will be Jimmy Hunter to take it for Brookstone. Hunter off of his right foot. He will go at goal, and it is saved momentarily by the goalkeeper, Fletcher. Still alive for the Cougars on that far side. This is Siraj now. Takes a deflection, and now Mount De Sales will look to run. Fedellini looking upfield. It's taken away by Velati, though. It was Josh Beal giving chase for Mount De Sales. Throw in now for the Cavaliers on the far side of the field. Been a back and forth first 5 minutes of action. We are approaching 5 minutes having passed. That one taken away by Brookstone. Cougars looking to make a run down the far side. That's Traeger Young. It's got Modlin to his right. Tries to get it to him, but there's too many defenders there for the Cavaliers.
Also need to give a big shout out to the Cavaliers. They have a student section here today for the semifinal matchup. And also, they traveled well with parents and adults as well. So great atmosphere here for the semifinal matchup. While hot, great atmosphere nonetheless.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game. Stratford also making the trip from Macon last week. They had a great fan turnout here on the road. Mount De Sales looks to have about the same, if not even more. And we mentioned that student section that has traveled. Brookstone also with a very good crowd here at home tonight. Setting up a big-time matchup in the GIAA. This one falls to Siraj on the edge of the box. Sliding tackle takes that away momentarily, but it's still possessed by Brookstone. Shockley now on the near side. Plays it. This is Henry Adams. Gets it into Siraj. Crosses over to his right foot. Taken away momentarily, though. And Mount De Sales finally clears it out of harm's way. Ethan Siraj on the far side of the field. It will go out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cavaliers. Semifinal action in the GIAA. This is the the bottom part of the bracket. On the top half, it will be number 8 seeded Fulton Science Academy traveling to number 5 seeded Tallulah Falls. The winner of that game will advance to face the winner of this game in Macon next week for the GIAA 4A state title. Young trying to play it to Shockley. Coming out is Fletcher, and he will get it. So the Brookstone attack early on, getting some pressure here on the Mount De Sales back line and the goalkeeper Fletcher. That one's turned over there. Fedolini has it, though, for Mount De Sales. They look upfield. And Velati is there for Brookstone. Farina is giving chase for Mount De Sales. It works its way over here to Adams. And Brookstone finally gets it out of harm's way. It's kind of the first real chance for the Cavaliers here in this game early on. Will result in a Mount De Sales throw-in. Aiden Roke set to take it right here in front of us.
Seeing tight marking from Brookstone. Everyone is on the half of the ball. So if Mount De Sales can spot that weakness, they might be able to try to exploit a far cross. But right now, Brookstone is playing fantastic defense as a shot. Early cross comes in there for Mount De Sales.
So Ezra Horde there defensively knocking it out. It'll be a goal kick. They will say it was last touched by Josh Beal. So Mount De Sales did get a boot on it. Their first touch in the box here in this game. Real quick, big thank you to Carol Purdue at State Farm for sponsoring these first couple of minutes of action here tonight at Brookstone. Also, the NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Game of the Week here at Brookstone. They are the proud sponsor of all Cougar game broadcasts here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. As well as a big thank you to our presenting sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Houston Clinic, and the Mike Hostelou Law Firm. Be a free kick here for Brookstone. Jimmy Hunter will take it once again. This one's about 10 yards just inside midfield. So do not think he would go directly at goal here. It looks to be a cross. He will boot it in toward goal. It took a deflection. Let's see what the ruling is here from the official. They will roll a corner for Brookstone.
Pretty dangerous corner here for the Cougars. First corner of the match goes their way.
Traeger Young jogging down to that far corner. His last touch by Mount De Sales defender. Brookstone, it looks like 2 at the near post, or 1 at the near post, 2 at the far post. Siraj also about midway. Young's cross does come into the box, goes over the head of everyone though, and it will go out for a goal kick. So a little bit too much on it there.
Yep, just a little bit too strong there from Brookstone. But good confidence for them having these chances this early on in the match.
So a goal kick here for the Cavaliers. It will be a defender taking it, not the goalkeeper Fletcher. Looks like Brookstone's really pressing here on these goal kicks too. Trying to force some turnovers here. This one's come the way of Mount De Sales though. Fedolini has it for the Cavaliers. Tries to play it out. Nobody there on the receiving end. So a nice job there defensively by Brookstone to get back. However, this one goes off of Shockley, and it will be a throw into the Cavaliers.
Both teams playing strong right now. They both have the feeling if they can get the first goal, that'll swing the momentum in their favor, and that is, of course, very true in this sport. So we'll see what happens here. between these two sides. But Brookstone has had the more chances, just Mount De Sales has not been able to find a way through. But here comes Brookstone down the far sideline for another attempt here.
Stewart with the ball there. Player does go down, and we'll go out of bounds and see what the ruling is here. They will say it will be Mount De Sales possession. So it'll be the free kick on that far side or a throw-in. Not quite sure which one.
I believe it's a throw-in heading Mount De Sales way.
Mount De Sales and Brookstone, two teams that don't meet very often on the soccer field. To go back to find the last time these two met in boys soccer, got to go back to the year 2020. Two teams met in Macon on March the 10th of that year. It was a 7-0 win at home for Mount De Sales. This likely undoubtedly the biggest matchup between the two in soccer ever. Trip to the state title game on the line. This one turned over. Fedellini plays it off to a teammate. Back to Fedellini. Looking for Beal on the near side. He will get there. Switches over to his right foot. Cross comes in, but it's taken away by Brookstone.
And great cross there.
Hunter now plays it upfield looking for Maudlin.
Onside, most importantly.
It was Roseboro getting a deflection there for Mount De Sales.
And I believe he was trying to call for an offside there, but did not get it, and it's still Brookstone who's playing it quick here on the throw-in.
Adams will get it in to Hunter. Ball worked out to Shockley on the near side. Cross comes in looking for Siraj. It's deflected by a Cavalier defender. That one's deflected as well, but it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Fletcher. So 10 minutes now passed here at Brookstone. This is Roseboro. Kind of know where to go. Maudlin given pressure. He finally just boots it upfield. Beal is on the receiving end. Player does go down, and it will be a foul on Stewart. So it'll be Bennett Griffin there on the ground for Mount De Sales.
Thought the referee was getting ready to hand out a card there, but he was not, and he's just going to give it right back to free kick. May just have a, don't know why the whistle was blown there, but other than that, it's about to be Mount De Sales free kick.
So it will be Alex Roseboro on it from essentially right at midfield. It's a matter of inches to the left of the midfield line here at Brookstone. Does get it toward the edge of the box. Ball falls. Siraj on the receiving end, and he will get it back upfield to E.J. Siraj now, who looks to go down that far side, but it takes a deflection off of a Mount De Sales player. Or excuse me, no, they were rolled. Last touch by Siraj. So it'll be a throw in to the Cavaliers. And they will reverse that call. Brookstone looking to go quick. Maudlin is on the receiving end of that throw. Does go down in the box.
Ooh, play on, the referee says.
They will rule play on.
I thought that was going to be a point to the spot there, but it's not. Mount De Sales taking it quick, though, to try to make sure the ref doesn't want to change his mind and can just give a free kick to Brookstone. But here they come.
It is Fedellini making a run. He's on his right foot. Takes a touch, and Halter comes out. Two players collide. But it is Reed Halter winning the battle.
Referee playing advantage. I think they're going to let them play a little bit tonight, folks.
A big-time matchup between the two. Shockley now in front of us. That one takes a deflection out of bounds. See what the ruling is here. It'll be a Brookstone throw. So Hunter will take the throw in. Kind of their long distance when it comes to this. Maudlin with the header. Looking for Siraj. He does get past one defender. Can't get past a second. Mason Stewart now. And that one's deflected, and it will eventually go out of play for a Brookstone throw around their own bench. Give you a little bit of key stats while they make the substitution here. Does Brookstone. Or excuse me, no, it'll be Hunter just going out to throw it in. Some key stats to monitor going into tonight. Mount De Sales has only allowed 7 goals on the year. This is not a team that does not allow very many balls to get in the back of the net. They will bring that one back while the substitution was being made. That is an average of less than 1 a game. They have scored 40 on the year. As for Brookstone, they've scored 76 on the year, giving up 21. Mount De Sales there. Get the ball back to Beal. Still alive for Brookstone on this end of the field, though. Ball does fall to Stewart. He fires a shot in, but it's way over the crossbar, and it will be out for a goal kick.
I was at the Bocelli boys soccer matchup against Fulton Science on Tuesday here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Something I noticed that the Bocelli Vikings were doing, they were taking a good number of shots, but the quality and the position of the shots may have left some to be desired. They left the day with a 1-0 loss to Fulton Science. Just need to be watching that for both teams here. Shot quantity does not always equate to shot quality. Just want to make sure that you're covering your bases there, trying to create chances, but more importantly, creating good chances for your team.
So Mount De Sales here with possession on that far side. That one's deflected, though. It will be a throw into the Cavaliers, so they will maintain possession.
And again, should point out, too, in the girls' game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, they did have a water timeout because of the heat. Allowed the teams to go get some water, cool down a little bit. There's a chance we'll see that today, but also there's a chance we might not. So we'll just find out. It did not happen in the boys' game, but it did happen in the girls, so we'll see what happens here.
Throw in goes to that far corner. Two players fighting for it. Siraj is down there for Brookstone.
Beautiful back heel to try to clear it.
It will still be a Mount De Sales throw-in, however. They do get into the box. This is Farina on the receiving end. Plays it back. Shot comes in from distance, but it's right into the arms of Halter, who comes off of his line. Cavaliers had two players there, but we remain scoreless at Brookstone. So we got about 4.5 minutes remaining until the midway point of the first half.
Brookstone just trying to play it forward, but Mount De Sales has been getting deflections where they need to try to stop Brookstone's attack. Great defense here. They need to be careful for a penalty.
Siraj on the receiving end of that pass from Young. Tried to play it back to Young, but took a deflection. Still alive for Brookstone. And that one's deflected out of play once again, and it will be a throw-in for the Cougars, but not after a substitution.
For both sides, it appears.
Looks like it'll be Francis Antwi coming in for the Cougars. It'll be Jack Modlin coming off. Josh Beal is off for Mount De Sales. We will try to get you the name of the player who came on in his place momentarily. Be number 2, Kadashi Taraira. Throw-in goes in toward the box, right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Fletcher. So Mount De Sales here with possession. This is Fedalini on the near side. Siraj with defense. And Braden Siraj will come away with it. Adams looking to cross it in. That one's low, however. Taken away by the Cavaliers, and now Farina will look to run for the Cavaliers. They look to play it up to Taraira. Siraj is there for Brookstone, still alive, and Siraj eventually comes away with it. However, it will be ruled a...
That's a free kick. This might even be a penalty because of where that foul occurred. Siraj just shoved the Mount De Sales Cavalier player, and for the first time, are we looking at an indirect free kick, actually, that may have just been outside the box. I thought that had just gotten into the penalty square, but it looks like there's going to be an indirect free kick. Again, got to watch your composure on both sides. We just saw a little bit of a loss of it there. Matt and I were at Calvary last week, and we saw that last Saturday.
Yeah, the shadows here at Brookstone this time of day, it looks to be right on the line over there on that far side.
One-man wall set up for Brookstone, but we're going to expect – you would expect this to be kind of played where the two back players are for Mount De Sales, and it comes in.
Cross comes in, deflected off of Stewart, and it's in the back of the net.
It's an own goal.
So Mount De Sales here with an early lead. 18 minutes into the game. It's an own goal. Took a deflection off of a Brookstone player. And just like that, it is 1-0 Cavaliers. Lead, 1-0 lead here for Mount De Sales. Substitution now for Brookstone. It will be Stewart coming off.
And we were just talking about mistakes before the matchup, before we turned the mics on, before we started the stream. Got to watch your mistakes, and that was a mistake. Just a couple of deflections I believe in the record books that will be awarded as an own goal to Brookstone. And just like that, it's now 0, Brookstone 1 to the visitors from Macon.
Hunter will play that up, looking for Antwi on the receiving end. Mount De Sales defender gets ahead on it. We'll go out of play for a Cougar throw-in. See what Siraj does here for Brookstone. He will give way to a teammate, Traeger Young. So Young will play it in now off a throw-in. This is certainly going toward the box. He does do so. Takes a deflection off of a Brookstone player, and it will be out for a goal kick.
All right, 20 minutes in. What's your tale of the tape so far for this matchup? And we've already seen a lot that we could talk about here.
It's been pretty even in terms of time of possession, honestly. Mount De Sales has the 1-0 lead off the own goal, but Brookstone has had their chances. Mount De Sales has had equal chances. Just been overall great 20 minutes of soccer here so far.
I would say kind of what I've seen from all these GIAA playoff matches is, I'll let you take over real quick for this attack here.
There's Fedellini there giving chase for Mount De Sales. Velati there for Brookstone, though. And he will play it out to the Cavaliers.
Just wanted to say, mistakes have hurt the teams that have caused them. Again, Pacelli match, we saw a deflection off of a cross shot pretty much. And we saw Fulton Science score the only goal Tuesday night against Pacelli. Last Saturday, we were here for Calvary. We saw them for about 10 or 15 minutes lose their composure in the first half. 2 quick fouls. One of them brought them down to 10 men. And then they also had a red card for, I'm not sure who it was on the bench, but he got thrown out of the game as well. So mistakes are what can hurt your run here. You can be playing great, and we see a chance from Brookstone.
That ball played up to Antwi on the far side. Brookstone player is there. He'll play it back to Traeger, no, that's Jimmy Hunter. Cross comes in toward the box. Nobody on the receiving end, however. And it will just be played out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Jimmy Hunter looked to go quick here. He does get it into the box looking for Antwi. That ball falls. Takes a deflection off of a Mount De Sales player. Ball still alive. Shot fired in from distance, and it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Fletcher.
Great save from Fletcher. Brookstone had their opportunity. They're making their chances. They just, again, need to find the back of the net. We know they have the teamwork to do that. We've seen that countless times here at Max Strong Field at Brookstone. They just need to string it together and find the back of the net. They still have 60 minutes left to do it. They have an hour of clock time left.
Ball there previously fell perfectly for Sam Wiley, who recently checked in for the Cougars. But it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Fletcher. So Brookstone with a throw-in now. We are past the midway point of the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the visiting Mount De Sales Cavaliers. Antwi looking to make a run. See what the ruling is here. It'll be a throw-in for Brookstone. Got to imagine this is going to be in the same location where Cougars got that shot off a minute ago. Jimmy Hunter will throw it in. Does get it in toward the box. Ball takes a deflection off a Mount De Sales player. Fedellini comes away with it for the Cavaliers. Just plays it out to a teammate on that far side. Looking for Tarira. It's taken away by Wiley, though. It's turned right back over to the Cavaliers, however. Farina now. Looking for Tarira on the far side. Cross comes in toward the box. Right to Henry Adams, though, who gets it out of harm's way.
Low cross there with, I can see where he was going for, but just played it behind where his teammate actually was on the field. But they get it right back here.
So it'll be a Mount De Sales throw-in. Cannot quite see the number of who is throwing it in. It comes to Mendoza Perez. Cross comes in toward the box. Looks like it was deflected. Reed Halter will come out and collect it. So Halter boots that one away. Antwi is on the receiving end around midfield. Mount De Sales with possession, though. Looking for Tarira. He will get there on his right foot. But it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Halter.
Great save there by Halter. Sorry, Matt.
Nice job by Ethan Siraj there in defense. This is Braden Siraj now on the near side. Gets past a defender. Plays it off to Jimmy Hunter. They flip it up to Antwi. That one's deflected, though.
Might have been offside there on Antwi if he would have gotten possession.
It looked like it could have been. So Braden Siraj here now for Brookstone. This is Henry Adams. Looking for Antwi again. Nice job there by Antwi getting possession. Still alive. Cross comes in looking for Siraj, but it's deflected by the Cavaliers. And played out. It will still be Brookstone ball, however. Adams to Siraj. Tried to get past the defender.
Trying to go between the legs there.
It'll be a Brookstone throw in for Jimmy Hunter. Referee will make him back up a few yards. And when we finally resume play, it will be a Jimmy Hunter throw in. Does go toward the box, looking for Antwi. Ball batted around. Mount De Sales comes away with it momentarily. The body check there by Hunter, and it will be a Mount De Sales throw-in. If you remember Brookstone's quarterfinal win here last week at Mack Strong Stadium, they did fall behind 1-0 in the second half, but had those two E.J. Siraj goals to book their trip to the semifinals. They find themselves trailing here once again against a very talented Mount De Sales Academy team.
He's looking to make another opportunity, and if they got that through ball in, that was in dangerous territory for Mount De Sales and for the Cougars in their defense. But right now they have it in the midfield once again, trying to create opportunities, trying to use their speed. But instead they use the sideline here, out of bounds. It goes right back to the Cougars.
So Velati will throw it in now for Brookstone. Not be without substitution. It'll be Francis Antwi coming off for the Cougars. It looks like could be Jack Modlin. Not quite sure on the number. We will get that to you momentarily.
For Brookstone, it appears to be number 30.
Looks like it's Caleb Wright, and my apologies. Wright on the receiving end of the header there. Ball falls to Siraj. Can he get there on the far side? He cannot. It's kicked out of play by Mount De Sales defender. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Jimmy Hunter will jog out there to do so.
And for the players, we talked about the heat earlier on today when we started the broadcast. The shade is starting to encroach on the field. So it should be cooling down a few degrees in the shade. The rest of us will be getting that shade soon enough. But right now it's all Mount De Sales as they might have another attempt here.
It was Tarira there on the receiving end for Mount De Sales. Play it out. This is Fedolini on the near side. Getting there is Adams momentarily, and it's a nice job to take it away. Siraj now for the Cougars. Still with it is Braden Siraj. It's deflected and will be a Brookstone throw. So a little under 14 minutes left here in the first half of action. It's a 1-0 lead for the visiting team from Macon. Still a lot of soccer left to be played, though, to determine who plays for a state title next week.
And this is relevant, so about the time. So it is 2 40-minute halves. Clock will stop only on goals. If we go to extra time, silver goal rules. So if a team scores in the first half and able to defend that goal lead, that means the extra time would be over in the first 10 minutes, and it goes to the winner. Then if not, we'll play another 10 minutes. And if no winner is decided after 20 extra time minutes, your best of 5 penalty shootout is after that.
So looks like it'll be a substitution here momentarily, and it will be a substitution for Mount De Sales. Player checking in on that far side of the field. It'll be a throw-in for the Cavaliers now, right in front of the Brookstone bench. Mount De Sales does get it in. Still possessed by the Cavaliers in the midfield now. They have a player here on the near side. This is Fedolini. Plays it back to Mendoza Perez. Horde gets a boot on it for Brookstone. Then looking to make a run here is Siraj. A little too much on the pass, though, and it will be Bryce Fletcher to collect it. Roseboro now for Mount De Sales. That was Roke. Roke will play it off to a teammate now. Farina in the midfield plays it up. Halter coming out of goal, and he will slide, get a hand on it momentarily, and Brookstone finally clears it with Ezra Horde. Dangerous play there.
Okay, Brookstone should be glad they did not have anybody, to use a basketball term, crash to the boards on that deflection. That might have been Mount De Sales too, very quickly there. But Brookstone thankfully had players back, able to pick up the deflection going the other way in the midfield. Probably will see a setup of some sort of cross here. And through ball comes in for Brookstone.
This is Caleb Wright, but it is Fletcher getting there for the Cavaliers.
To use another basketball term, that was a great pick there from Mount De Sales to stop Brookstone from regaining possession and having an attempt to own goal, able to keep it forward, and it is going to be another throw in here after the substitution.
So it appears to be a substitution for both teams. Brookstone Sam Wiley will come off, and it looks like it might be Anderson Shockley back in. It looks like it is Shockley. Be a substitution for the Cavaliers as well. It would be Aiden Roque checking out. We will have the number of the player checking in for you momentarily. When they resume play, it'll be a Brookstone throw-in. Checking in, it was number 24, Peyton Jones for Mount De Sales. Siraj on the far side of the box. Ball still alive. Siraj gets past one defender, goes down. Referee says play on. Fedolini plays it to a teammate. Looking for Tarira here. He will get there. Taken away nicely momentarily by Siraj. Tarira still has it. Another nice play there by Velati to take that one away. Braden Siraj now. Back to Velati. He will get that one upfield. Roseboro returns the favor, however.
May have been too much fancy footwork there in the box. Had a teammate to his right if he was able to get it there. Another chance at goal for Mount De Sales, but Brookstone, great play to be able to soak up the pressure, as they're doing right now, and they're able to turn it into a counterattack. Again, the referees have been letting them play on. I think both sides at certain points have had just concerns over how they've been refereed, but the referee, I got to say, has been playing it pretty evenly.
Siraj making a run. Goalkeeper comes out. Siraj flicks it into the box, and it's a goal for the Brookstone Cougars.
And there it is. There's the mistake from the Mount De Sales Cavaliers. Brookstone able to create a cross. The goalkeeper missed the play there for Mount De Sales. I believe we have a yellow as well potentially for Mount De Sales. I'm not 100% sure. He's not being substituted off, so that would tell me that he did not get a yellow there. I think he was just having a discussion with the referee. With just at 30 minutes of play, it is now 1-1 here at Brookstone. And just like that, Mount De Sales able to come back, Brookstone able to come back and make it 1-1.
So E.J. Siraj, ball played up to him nicely. We saw the explosiveness from number 22 in blue. Gets past the defender, stays on his feet to get past another, and one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And usually more times than not, number 22 in blue wins those battles. Goal number 35 on the year for E.J. Siraj. And as you mentioned a minute ago, now we are tied 1-1 in the final 10 minutes of the first half here in the GIAA 4A state semifinals. So we get back play underway. We Mount De Sales to throw it in. Yeah, just to add to your point there, Tyler, not quite sure if there was a yellow card or not. Looked like the referee put something back in his pocket there. So if there was, we apologize.
I was going to say, I don't believe there was a yellow, because that would mean he needed to be subbed off immediately. There was no subbing off there. So maybe it was just a strict talking to the player from Mount De Sales, but play continues, and right now it's even 1-1.
Mendoza Perez on the far side for the Cavaliers. Ball still alive. A cross will come in here for the Cavaliers. Tarira was the intended target. Still alive for Mendoza Perez. He will fire a shot in from distance, and it will hit the crossbar of the goal post, and will be out for a goal kick.
Of the field goal post, we should point out.
Looked like Mendoza Perez kind of tried to chip it over Halter there as well. Had a little bit too much on it, though, so we remain tied. It'll be Ethan Siraj for the goal kick now. If you missed it, a little earlier on in the first half, Mount De Sales take an early lead via the own goal. Took a deflection off a Brookstone player on a cross. Brookstone countering there a minute ago with E.J. Siraj. Maudlin giving chase here, looking to give the Cougars a lead. Roseboro is out, though. He has it in the near corner, and we'll play it upfield. Taken away by Henry Adams here. Back to Maudlin. Looking for Siraj. Siraj does have it on his right foot. Try and get past the defender. Nice move to get past one. Cross will come into the box. Took a deflection. And on the receiving end, it's cleared off the line. Shot comes in once again. It's off the post. And looks like we will have a goal. So we mentioned it being on the line. It looks like it was a goal for Brookstone. It was Jack Maudlin who eventually put it over the line. And just like that, the Cougars have a 2-1 lead here late in the first half.
And that's why you don't stop playing until you hear the whistle from the referee. Fantastic awareness there from Brookstone to know the ref hadn't called anything. And most importantly, the Mount De Sales goalkeeper hadn't retained possession of the ball, able to pick up the deflection. And just like that, Brookstone 2-1 here against Mount De Sales. Mount De Sales now all of a sudden about 10 minutes later are on the back foot.
So we mentioned earlier last week, Brookstone going down 1-0 early to Stratford in the quarterfinals, but responding about 10 to 15 minutes later with a 2-1 lead. Got a little bit of a deja vu situation here at Brookstone. Looking to add here, Siraj giving chase one-on-one. Will chip it over the goalkeeper, and it is just wide to the left.
That would have been a goal of the season. That would have been a Houlihan highlight of the week if that would have fallen through. Again, just got past the goalkeeper there for Mount De Sales. Mount De Sales, I talked about earlier, mistakes. The least amount of mistakes wins you the game. Mount De Sales has been making the mistakes lately. Now that all of a sudden they're down a goal here with just at 7 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Brookstone takes that one away. This is Siraj. He'll fire a shot from distance, but does not get off the ground and will go wide to the left for a goal kick. So just a little bit of a note here, Tyler. We mentioned coming into today, Mount De Sales allowed only 7 goals all year. This is only the third time in 13 games this season that the Cavaliers have allowed 2 goals in a game.
Wow.
Those 2 previous games, the season opener, a 3-2 win on the road at Bullock Academy, and then recently a 4-2 win at home against First Presbyterian Day. So the outstanding defense of the Cavaliers surrendered 2 goals here so far this afternoon.
It's Brookstone looking to see if they can make it 3 with this throw-in. Taking their time a little bit.
About 6.5 minutes until halftime here at Mack Strong Stadium. Hunter with the throw-in, looking for Siraj. Takes a deflection, and we will do it again about 15 to 20 yards down further toward the corner on that far side of the field. Mentioned the great crowds here for both these teams. Only continued to grow on both sides of the field. Hunter with the throw-in, deflected once again, and this time it will be a corner.
As substitute coming on here for Brookstone.
And this is certainly a substitution of notice if you are the Mount De Sales defense. Maudlin will come off and give way to, looks like Mason Stewart. Stewart, one of the taller players on the Brookstone team. Definitely a target here on a potential corner from Traeger Young. Certainly somebody you need to mark if you're the Cavalier defense. Brookstone will have 5 players on the edge of the box. Looks like they have E.J. Siraj down there on the line. Player marking him as well. Cross comes in from Young. It is low and is deflected once again, and it will be out for a corner once again.
Right back to him, so Brookstone can take it quick here. Took it low this time. Will they take it high, or will they take it through the middle and hopefully find the chest or the foot of a Cougar?
Looks like the same setup. Stewart playing a little bit up. Cross comes in from Young. Adams is there, gets a head on it. It will go out of play, though.
Now turns into a goal kick with 5 minutes left to go. Substitutes coming on for Mount De Sales.
We will try to get you the number of those players once we can. Looks like Eli Chapman was one of those coming off for the Cavaliers. Be a goal kick here for Roseboro. He will try to get it to around midfield. Takes a deflection off a Mount De Sales player. Henry Okafor was also one of those who checked in for Mount De Sales. Ball played up to Stewart, one-on-one with the goalkeeper Stewart, and it's a nice save by Fletcher. Still alive in the box. However, we do have a whistle, and it will be a free kick to Mount De Sales. So it very easily could have been 3-1 right there, but a heck of a save from Bryce Fletcher.
Great save and great shot. That's what I was talking about earlier with the quality of the shots. Brookstone has taken fewer shots than they were at the start of the game, but the quality has improved as we're about to have an injury timeout here.
And there will be a
clock will be stopped.
Clock stoppage as well. Injured player for Mount De Sales. So a 2-1 lead here for the Brookstone Cougars. 3:40 remaining on the game clock in the stadium. Both teams will use this opportunity to get a drink as well. We mentioned the hot day here at Mack Strong Stadium. Players getting up and walking off under his own power. It's a good sight to see. Real quickly, we want to thank our presenting sponsors here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live: Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital Houston Clinic, and the Mike Costello Law Firm. Also a big thank you to Jack Hayes and NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate, the title sponsor of all Brookstone game broadcasts here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Go ahead.
Also, lastly, just wanted to say a big thank you to our friends watching on Middle Georgia Sports Live as well.
I was just going to say, we talked about before the start of the match, as you guys put in the comments down below what you thought the temperature was going into the match. I'll give you a hint. It was between 88 and 90.
Something tells me it was 89.
It could be 89
Something
point
tells me
something.
89.
It could be 89 point something. I think he's about to check now what the temperature is.
I'm about to check it right now.
I'm going to guess it's 87 with a heat index of about 92.
Let's see. We got 88 with a feels like of 90 here at Mack Strong
close.
Stadium this afternoon. Mentioned the shadows, as you can probably see on the field. Sun will slowly start to set. By the end of this game, we will be playing under the lights at Brookstone, most likely. Foul called there on Stewart. And it will be a free kick to Mount De Sales. Will not be a yellow card, but he will get a talking to.
I love the way that the referees have been calling this game so far. It's felt pretty even if you were to judge how a referee is doing about the level of reaction that the ref's call gets from either side. It's been about even, so that would mean that the referee is calling about even in terms of how he's calling the two teams. But I will say it has been great refereeing tonight, letting both sides play through. No cards. He's keeping the cards close to his chest.
Siraj gets past the defender there. Still alive on the edge of the box. Has Stewart there, but Fletcher will come out and get it. Siraj did go down, but the ref says play on. Yeah, you're right, Tyler. They are definitely letting them play here this afternoon. Definitely adding to the stakes of just how big of a game this is here this afternoon at Brookstone. That was Farina on the far side for Mount De Sales. Mendoza Perez now plays it up to a teammate. They've got two attackers up, but it's not been easy to get it past the Brookstone back line here as of late. Be a Cavalier throw-in. Little over 2 minutes left here in the first half. Tarira there on the far side. Will get past the player. Gets past Siraj as well. Takes a deflection, though, and Brookstone will come away with it.
Playing that advantage there.
And will be a throw-in for the Cougars. See if they go quickly here. They will. Traeger Young looking for Stewart. There's two defenders there for Mount De Sales, though, so they will take it away. Roseboro now. Takes a deflection off of Velati. Tarira there on the far side. Trying to cross it in. Nice job there defensively by Horde. Horde will come away with it, and he will clear it for the time being.
Again, no foul called. So Brookstone is just trying to play them forward here.
Fletcher comes out of goal. Had some hesitation there. Still alive for Brookstone in the midfield. See if they can come away with it here. It is Braden Siraj, but it's taken away immediately. Siraj wins it back, though. Ball played over here to Hunter on the near side. Looking for Stewart. That one's deflected out of play, and it will be a Brookstone throw. Now under a minute left here, about 50 seconds remaining. Jimmy Hunter on the throw in. Brookstone looking for a third goal potentially here before halftime. Hunter with the throw. Siraj gets a head on it, but it's over the crossbar and out for a goal kick.
Probably see Mount De Sales try to play it quickly. As substitute coming on here for Brookstone. Clock has not stopped.
Let's see if they try to go quickly here following substitution or if they would just try to take it to the half.
Should point out here, it is up to the referee's discretion a little bit. He has stopped the clock.
So clock will stop with 17.1.
Something else I've noticed between the refs here and all the games that I've covered, they're not allowing a lot of time wasting, if any. In fact, during Pacelli, the GIAA refs put up 2 yellow cards against Fulton Science because of their time wasting. So I don't think they're going to be taking much of that in this series of playoff games.
Takes a deflection, and it'll be a throw into Mount De Sales. The clock will run out. We'll see if the referee says halftime. And he will. So your score at halftime following the first 40 minutes, Brookstone 2, Mount De Sales 1. We are going to take a break with them. We'll be right back in about 8 to 10 minutes for the second half on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO Steve Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, Steve, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now a award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. Loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business. I can't wait to dive into it, Coach.
Good. Hope you enjoy it. It's about never giving up. So that's what a coach needs to know. It's what an entrepreneur needs to know.
The name of it is Believer, Bulldog Coach, right now on Amazon. And thank you again to C. Smithwick and Maxwell for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value. Deal ends May 15th.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wreck. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostelolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Welcome back here, folks, to the second half at Mack Strong Stadium from Brookstone. A 2-1 lead for the home team Cougars against the visiting Mount De Sales Academy Cavaliers. Matt Milton here with you this afternoon, joined by Tyler Dietz. If you missed it in the first half, the Cavaliers struck first with an indirect free kick. Ball going to the back of net via an own goal that went off a Brookstone defender. Cougars, however, responding about 5 to 10 minutes later via an E.J. Siraj goal, and then added another via Jack Maudlin. That has the Cougars now 40 minutes away from a trip to the GIAA 4A state title game. Just a reminder, Mount De Sales in the all-white uniforms with the yellow sleeves, Brookstone in the blue jerseys with the black shorts. 2 teams switching ends of the field as well. This is Fedellini on the far side for the Cavaliers. Taken away by Siraj, though. Brookstone looking to run. Maudlin going down the middle of the field. Nice job there by a Mount De Sales defender, though, to take that one away. Siraj, though.
Sorry, Matt, just seen that little bit of a shove that occurred there. Interesting to see what the refs are going to do as the game progresses, because, you know, Mount De Sales will get more aggressive in their tactics to try to grab the second. So will the referees be calling it as they have been, or will they start introducing the cards just to rein in the players just a little bit here?
So, Tyler, we talked about it during halftime, pardon me, that do not believe Mount De Sales had one corner all game. They did have the indirect free kick on that far side, but Cavaliers with a corner here. Be Farina set to take it. Cross comes in toward the box, takes a deflection off of Jimmy Hunter. Shot fired in from distance, but it's way wide to the right and out of play for a goal kick. Cavaliers sitting at 11-1 on the year, coming into play here this afternoon. They have not trailed much this season. In fact, of their 11 wins, 6 of them have been shutouts. Oh, pardon me, actually 7 have been shutouts. They have allowed 2 goals here this afternoon to Brookstone in the first 40 minutes. Cavaliers need something to keep their season alive here in the final 40. It'll be a throw in here for Aiden Roque.
Trying to play it as forward as he can here.
A lot of Brookstone Cougars in defense on this far side, this near side of the field. Ball finds its way to Beal. Jimmy Hunter does go down, and there will be a foul and a yellow card.
And as we were just talking about, the referees maybe bringing out yellows here to help control the game. They just did instant substitution there for number 7 for Mount De Sales. That is Josh Ball, the senior, with the first yellow of the match. Referees have changed how they're going to be playing here in the second half.
It's Jimmy Hunter down here for Brookstone. Clock has stopped, as we mentioned. Hunter, the senior for Brookstone, one of multiple on this Cougar team, tied for the team lead with 12 assists on the year. Gets up under his own power there. It's good to see him walking off the field here. There will be a substitution. He will come out momentarily. There will also have to be a substitution for Mount De Sales following the yellow card to Beal. Looks like it might be Sam Wiley coming in now for Brookstone. Wiley wearing number 21 for the Cougars. Substitution not yet made for Mount De Sales, though, I would believe. Play resumes. It'll be a free kick here for Ethan Siraj. Brookstone have anywhere from 4 to 5 players around the edge of the box.
Should point out Mount De Sales are about to play with 10 on the field.
So Siraj will boot it away. Goes toward the edge of the box. Wiley's on the receiving end. He's kicked up in the air momentarily by the Cavaliers. Velati now for Brookstone. They still have 10 men out there. They played up to Maudlin on the far side. Maudlin with a cross takes a deflection. Ball still alive. Braden Siraj from distance takes a shot attempt, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper, Fletcher.
Again, quick first half, like we saw. Quick start of the second half, like we saw at the start of the first half. Both sides trying to play the ball forward, see if they can create early chances here, and we're already watching Brookstone. Are they wasting the clock, or are they using it to their advantage? That's up for you to decide, depending on who you support.
Traeger Young out there to Siraj on the far side. Wiley takes it away, though. Must mention Mount De Sales playing with 10 men here out there. Substitution has not been made following the yellow card. Be a throw in here for Brookstone.
Actually, I believe they are playing with 10. My count may have been off earlier.
Siraj firing a cross in, takes a deflection. See if the Cavaliers can save it. They do.
Excuse me, playing with 11.
Farina now. Velati. Velati in no rush to make the pass there. Does eventually kick it, finding Maudlin, but it is Roseboro on that far side to hit it out of play. Now there will be a substitution. Clock will stop. Actually, it looks like the referee will talk to the head coach for Mount De Sales.
No, I believe the referee is arguing this call. I didn't see a straight red.
No, there was a yellow. Throw in goes toward the box. Takes a deflection off a Mount De Sales player. It's cleared momentarily. Sam Wiley wins it back for Brookstone, though. Ball will find its way back to Horde.
I apologize if you hear me counting multiple times in the background. I've been counting and recounting just to make sure that I'm reading the state of the pitch correctly. I do believe that Mount De Sales is playing with 10. Are they on 11 now?
It looks like it's still 10.
I'll count aloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're playing with 10 for whatever reason.
So throw-in goes toward the box. Mount De Sales with deflection. Still alive for Brookstone. Cavaliers come away with it momentarily. Ethan Siraj now for the Cougars. This one hit up toward the box. Roseboro got a boot on it. Wiley returned the favor for Brookstone. This is Fedolini on the far side. Braden Siraj in defense. Possession since that yellow card has been dominated by the Cougars, and that's pretty much what you'd expect with Mount De Sales at 10 men momentarily.
I'm saying the good thing with Mount De Sales, we're not really seeing a gap anyway, so they are a man down. Of course, that still gives Brookstone the advantage, but I'm not seeing any obvious open places that Brookstone could exploit even with their additional man.
Throw-in goes into the box. Siraj on the receiving end. 2 defenders there, Roseboro amongst them. It'll be out for a Brookstone throw once again. It will be Traeger Young to do so. Jimmy Hunter is normally the man who does this for the Cougars in these situations. Have not seen him come back out on the field. Ball takes a deflection. It's in the back of the net. Is Braden Siraj on the receiving end, I believe, for Brookstone. So just like that, it's 3-1 Cougars.
If I was Mount De Sales, I'll be honest, I would be confused as to why you were playing.
So it's a 3-1 lead for the Brookstone Cougars.
They are back up to the full 11 now. I don't understand why Mount De Sales was effectively just put in a penalty box, to use a hockey term. That is confusing to me. A yellow does not – Mount De Sales should have had the full 10. Again, compliments to Brookstone. I mean, they took advantage of the situation. I'm not putting anything on Brookstone there. They did what they played – both teams played how they were – what the referee was giving them. I just don't understand why Mount De Sales wasn't able to get all 10 of their outfielders on the pitch. But either way, Brookstone has been the class of the game so far. They scored their third goal. They're up by 2, no matter what has happened. And right now, Mount De Sales has this mountain to climb.
Siraj there with a deflection. Will be out for a Cavalier throw.
Also, real quick, while we're speaking on Mount De Sales and them traveling, just want to say give a big shout out to all of you who are watching on Middle Georgia Sports Live. We're with Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we're here covering your Mount De Sales Cavaliers visiting the Brookstone Cougars right now for them. As we just mentioned, they are down 1-3.
Traeger Young with a deflection. Looking for Maudlin on the far side. But getting there for the Cavaliers is Peyton Jones. Be out for a Cougar throw. Traeger Young set to do so. Brookstone with the 4 players in the box, 1 player in front of Young. Young goes toward the box, looking for Maudlin, takes a deflection. Ball still alive. This is Sam Wiley. It's deflected and out of play. Let's see what the ruling is here. It'll be a corner for Brookstone. So Traeger Young will jog to the opposite side of the field. A 3-1 lead for the Brookstone Cougars. And we mentioned earlier that coming into today, or before today, Mount De Sales has only allowed 2 goals in a game, only twice before this season. Well, the Cavaliers have given up 3 here this afternoon. This is the first time this year that a team has scored 3 goals on this Cavalier team. It's Traeger Young here on a corner. Goes low with it, takes a deflection off of a Cavalier player. Still alive here. And eventually goes out. It'll be a throw-in. Ezra Horde set to do so for Brookstone. That one's off of the right foot of Young, however. Cavaliers look to go quick. Young in defense there. That one's deflected off of Young. Mendoza-Perez with possession. Ball finds its way to Beal. Wiley takes it away, though, for the Cougars. Siraj on the far side of the field. Adams. Siraj comes away with it. This is Shockley. That one's taken away nicely in the midfield, though, by Mount De Sales. And the Cavaliers look to run down the near side here. They will try to cross it in toward the box, but it's a little too much on it to the right, and Halter will collect it with no problem. So the shadows are starting to fall on our vantage point here. Apologies if we can't see some numbers at times in advance.
You know, we're talking about the heat, having the shade starting to descend on the pitch, cooling it down a few degrees. That means a lot, especially on a hot day like this. As we said, 89-degree kickoff. And we're starting to feel the breeze a little bit here in the booth. So that means that the nighttime is coming. And here comes the cross from Mount De Sales.
Roseboro gets it into the box. Wiley takes a deflection on the defensive end. Ball still fought for on the far side. Player does go down, and it will be a throw in to Mount De Sales.
Smart play there from Mount De Sales to try to stop Brookstone from trying to kick it upfield. Are they going to call this a free kick, or are they going to call this a throw-in?
It looks like it will be a free kick. So kind of around the same spot on the field, maybe about 5 or 10 yards upfield from where they scored on the indirect free kick during the first half on the own goal. But nevertheless, it is a cross here coming, or potentially even a look at goal for Mount De Sales. Cannot see the number of who is out there for the Cavaliers. They've got anywhere from 5 to 6 players in the box. Be a two-man wall for Brookstone.
Effectively be a corner with a wall. That's what's coming up here from Mount De Sales.
Beal is among those in the box for Mount De Sales, one of the taller players on the field. Cross comes in for the Cavaliers, looking for Beal. It was at the far post, but it goes out. Let's see if it was untouched. It is, and it'll be a goal kick to Brookstone.
That was very, very close to a second own goal there for Brookstone. Thankfully, the ball went under his feet, but it was so close to actually making connection with his foot there. And that may have been a second own goal, would have put Mount De Sales right back into it, but thankfully for them, missed the foot, and it's a defender kick.
Ethan Siraj now boots it away. Looking for EJ there. Horde plays it off to Wiley. Gets past one defender. That one's deflected. Let's see what the ruling is here. It'll be a throw into Mount De Sales. Excuse me, no, it'll be a throw into, yeah, it will be a throw into Mount De Sales. Be Aiden Roke set to do it. He will go quickly. That one's deflected. Last touch by a Cavalier, and it will be Brookstone now with a throw in. That one goes to Farina. Farina fires a shot in from distance, but it's about 4 to 5 yards out far to the left of the post for a goal kick. As Brookstone will now make a substitution here. It'll be Mason Stewart coming in for the Cougars. It looks like it'll be Anderson Shockley taking a break. A semifinal matchup in the GIAA Class 4A. Winner of this game will advance to next week's state championship game in Macon. As Brookstone deflects that one out of play.
Mount De Sales looking to take it quick here.
Throw in goes to Farina. This is Mendoza Perez. Ball still alive, but Halter will come out and collect it for the Cougars.
Sun setting here is about to cover the whole field. And for the fans, close to starting to cover them up as well.
Yeah, we mentioned the crowd here earlier. I think the turnout's gotten even better coming out in the second half. People on the other side of the field as well in the shaded part. Overall, great crowd here. Ball played up to Siraj. He's on his right foot, gets past the defender. That one's deflected out, however. And it will be a corner for the Cougars.
For all of you watching on Middle Georgia Sports Live, your friends and family from Macon have traveled out here in great numbers. Great student section, great family and friends also here as well. And also just some supporters of the Cavaliers here as Brookstone setting up for another corner kick.
So they will go short with it. Played it to Adams. Adams gets a cross in, looking for the far post, but it's out of play untouched for a goal kick.
All right, you are an hour in here almost. You're Mount De Sales. You're their manager. What do you tell them here in the last 20 minutes of what could be your 2026 season?
If I'm the head coach for the Cavaliers, I mean, you got to start seeing a sense of urgency. At some point, you need 2 goals here in the final 20 minutes. Maybe we see a shift in attack. They start moving more players up, knowing they need goals. I mean, they got to have something here. They might have something as well. Tarira is, let's see if he's onside. He is. Still alive for Tarira. Does go down. Referee will say play on, no foul, and it will be a corner for Mount De Sales.
Big corner here. If they can get it within 1, this brings them right back into the match. What I love about this sport is anything can happen at any moment. We might be seeing one of those moments here for Mount De Sales, or if you're here for Brookstone, you just want them to make another save, another clearance. So, hey, even maybe make a counterattack coming the other way.
Farina with the cross in. Mount De Sales does get a player. Shot fired in from distance from Roseboro. Takes a deflection. Still alive for the Cavaliers. Cross comes into the box. Deflected again by Siraj. Stewart giving chase along with Roseboro. He will go down. It will be a free kick to Mount De Sales.
And this is a moment the referee is trying to not let any funny business happen. He's going to referee the 2 teams equally. Is he going to get a card? Yes, he is. To me, that just confirms the referee is wanting to start reeling in these kids now. Here, that is number 6 for Brookstone, Matt.
It's Mason Stewart on the yellow card there for the Cougars.
And you see the referee just wanting to bring the game back. He let it play in the first half. We're here in the second. Doesn't want to allow the desperation to cause any nastiness. And they're moving forward.
So I believe it was Shockley checking in. There'll be a 3-man wall now for Brookstone. It is Alex Roseboro, the senior, on it for Mount De Sales. You got to imagine with the power in his left foot, he's going at goal here potentially.
Might be trying to just curl it over the left side of the wall. See if he can catch them off guard. I feel like in this moment you've got to go for it, but you can also set up for a cross at the far post.
So Roseboro on it here. He will go at goal, but it's right at the arms of the goalkeeper, Halter.
A little bit too light there on the kick and a little bit too perfect for Brookstone's goalkeeper. But most importantly for the Cougars, the ball does not find the back of the net. And play continues here for Mount De Sales.
Horde with a head on it there. Roseboro now in the midfield, so he has moved up from defense into midfield position.
Think of your Brookstone now. You start parking the bus a little bit. Man, I believe we did Pacelli versus Brookstone, the girls' game, and we saw the Brookstone Lady Cougars in that match put 10 in the pretty much put all 10 of their players in the final 30 yards of the pitch. Might we see that from the boys Brookstone Cougars team? Maybe to park the bus, but they do have the advantage. They have the ball. They have the counterattack.
Siraj takes that one away, looking for Maudlin on the, Wright on that far side of the field. It's deflected by the Cavaliers though. This is Ezra Horde. That one's taken away by Mount De Sales, though. Horde wins it back, though, for the Cougars. Nice job by number 64 in blue. And he will kick that one upfield.
You can hear the fans of the Brookstone Cougars cheering their team on. They have 20 minutes left to defend these 2 goals, but with the way that they're playing, they might bag a third.
Siraj now with it. And there will be a foul called, and it will be a free kick for Brookstone in a very dangerous part of the field.
Again, the referee bringing it back. If that one in the first half may not have been called, but here in the second, the referee is calling just about everything. Could he have called the foul that gives Brookstone their 4th?
So there was no card there. There was a foul called on Roseboro, giving chase on Siraj. And he is walking off the distance for the wall. It would be at least a 2-man wall. It looks like Mount De Sales will bring a third. On the free kick for Brookstone, Traeger Young will give way, and it will be Ethan Siraj. So Siraj, the junior, in defense primarily. 5 goals, 6 assists on the year. Looks like he'll have a shot at goal here, potentially for Brookstone's 4th of the game. Free kick for Siraj. He will go at goal, but it is way high and wide to the right. He'll be out for a goal kick. We are now past the midway point. 19 and a half minutes to play here in this GIAA 4A semifinal matchup. As mentioned, the winner will advance to Macon next week to play for a state title, where they will await the winner of Fulton Science and Tallulah Falls. That game will take place Saturday at Tallulah Falls.
I think both of those teams there going into that match defeating higher-seeded opponents, so you know they're going to come in wanting their chance to face off against one of these two schools at that GIAA State Tournament Championship, as the referee gives the throw-in here to Mount De Sales. Now, if you're Brookstone, you want to be careful on your time wasting, as the referee is stopping the clock. That is exactly what we just saw there. Brookstone, the referees have been calling time-wasting penalties. You need to watch yourself.
So the second yellow card here in the last 5 to 10 minutes. This one's Traeger Young. So the senior will have to take a break for a minute.
I applaud the referees for doing that, by the way, especially in a big match like this. Stopping the clock, time wasting, especially in a league with no added time to the end of halves, where you could police that a little bit less. In this league, you know, we follow the American-style clock rules here. No running clock, technically. So referees are going to start calling time wasting just like that.
Ball played up to Tarira. It's an excellent pass, but the offside flag is up, though.
I think this is our first time having to explain offside tonight. If you're new to watching soccer, offside is when the attacking player is past the last defender, any part of his body is past the last defender. And if that is the case, referee will put up his flag, roll offside, and that is a free kick turnover to the other team, and Brookstone are that other team.
So I know offside was called there, but a heck of a pass there from Ricardo Farina.
And they are stopping the clock. Unsure what for.
Be 18:40 now left on the clock here at Brookstone.
The referee is adding time back, I'm assuming, due to the time wasting.
So when play resumes, it will be Ethan Siraj on the free kick here.
And again, I apologize for reiterating that, but that is so important. If you're Brookstone, you need to be careful to not be time wasting. Because, as I said, against, I believe it was the game last night, or excuse me, Tuesday night for Pacelli. It's just need to be careful of your time wasting.
Mount De Sales takes that one away. Tarira now. Tries to get past the defender. He does go down. Referee says play on. Still alive for Mount De Sales. Shot fired in from distance. And looks like, will he award a free kick here? It looks like he did. So free kick, it will not be a free kick here, excuse me. It'll be a goal kick now for Brookstone. Ethan Siraj will take it. And Tyler, while we're thinking about it, we've seen a bunch of yellow cards here recently for both these teams. Something's also got to be in the back of players' minds too, is you don't want to pick up potentially second yellow.
Yep.
And for what reason would you say that is why?
Big reason, because that means your team will go down to 10 men. You are out of the match. You are kicked off. Think of it like targeting rules in college football. If you get 2 yellows that turn into a red, you are suspended for the rest of the match. And most importantly, I believe that also means you are suspended from the next match as well. Depending on your yellow number, your yellow card number, you may not be suspended for the next match. But if you go 2 yellows, if you get a red card of any sort, you're suspended.
Something to monitor as well. If we were to see any of these players on a yellow pick up a red, it would be 10 men for the rest of the game, I believe. We saw that last week at Calvary. They played with 10 men for a majority of their, I believe all the second half of their quarterfinal matchup with Tallulah Falls. It'd be a throw in here for Mount De Sales down the near corner. They get it into Roseboro. Takes a deflection. Roseboro still has it. Ball played up to Siraj. Still alive. Cross comes into the box. And Brookstone finally gets it up in the air. Still alive for the Cavaliers. Roseboro with an excellent header. Shot comes in. Halter with a save, though.
Still let the deflection go out, so this becomes a corner for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers are setting up their formation here on the corner. Might see the sense of urgency rise for them because they've got 15 minutes left of their season.
That was one of the better looking chances of the game so far for the Cavaliers. Had Halter at full extension on the far post. Cross comes here off a corner. Looking for Roseboro. Nobody on the receiving end, though.
A little bit too high for everybody there.
And Horde will just let that one go out of play. Nice IQ play for a Brookstone throw-in. Wiley, that one's deflected. Traeger Young now in the midfield. Shockley back to Young. Maudlin's the only player up for the Cougars. He is giving chase here. Roke with a deflection. Maudlin will get there, though. And will go out. Brookstone throw-in.
Thought I heard a whistle earlier on in the play. Maybe it may have just been an advantage the referee was giving, but Brookstone now with possession here, down in the dangerous territory. Probably just see a heave into the edges of the box.
Traeger Young on it. He will do so. Looking for Maudlin. Takes a deflection off a Cavalier player. Mount De Sales will come away with it.
Just a few more inches down there, and that may have been a header going into goal. Cross comes in.
Siraj on the receiving end. Gets a boot on it. Still alive for E.J. Siraj. Trying to get past one defender. But Liam Frawley is there for Mount De Sales. About 14 and a half minutes left here in the second half. The Cavaliers need 2 goals. Throw-in goes into the box. Player does go down, and it will be a free kick to Mount De Sales.
I heard the whistle. I thought that was about to be a penalty for Brookstone.
So Cavaliers with the free kick. They go quick. Looking to get it upfield to Tarira. Siraj with a header. It's a dangerous one. Halter is coming out of goal. Tarira does go down. There is a whistle. And it will be a free kick to Mount De Sales. So it's essentially going to be right at the edge of the box. Let's see where the referee puts it.
This is effectively a penalty as
clock will stop here momentarily.
I find it interesting how much the referee is stopping the clock here in the second half. Yellow card.
It'll be yellow card to, looks like it's Ethan Siraj.
Not sure what the reasoning is for there, if that was something after the whistle had blown or if that was the cause of or because of the cause of the whistle in the first place. But Brookstone, again, we were talking about yellow cards just a few minutes ago. Dangerous territory for them. One of their players is now on a yellow.
So Ethan Siraj, the third Brookstone Cougar to pick up a yellow here in the second half. Pretty much be a free kick from about 3 to 4 yards right outside the edge of the box. Referee walking off the line here. He will back up the Brookstone players.
Pretty much on the penalty spot.
It'll be a 4-man wall, for the Cougars. Looks like it is Ricardo Farina, the junior, on the free kick for Mount De Sales. He is the team leader in assists this year with 10, has 1 goal as well. He will go at goal, and it's in the back of the net.
I was about to say before we got going again that I was expecting a curler into the top right of the box, and that is exactly what the Cavaliers showed there. Wonderful goal from the Cavaliers, and now all of a sudden it's a game here, folks.
It's a heck of a free kick there from Ricardo Farina. 3-2 your score now. 13:51 to play here at Max Strong Stadium. And we are set for an action-packed 10 minutes, final 10 minutes to determine who's headed to Macon. That one's deflected. Tarira and Roseboro giving chase. Roseboro has it on his left foot, trying to get over to his right. Brookstone with the deflection, and they will get out of play momentarily.
If I was the manager for Brookstone, reiterate to your team, do not lose your composure here. Go find yourself that insurance goal once again.
Looking for Maudlin. He is onside. But it is, however, the goalkeeper Fletcher coming out to collect the save. So pace is definitely picked up here for both of these teams. Mount De Sales still needing a goal. Velati now for the Cougars. Played out to the far side to Adams, looking for Siraj. And it will go out, and it will be a throw-in for Brookstone. They will get it to Siraj. He does go down, and there will be a free kick now to Brookstone. So Siraj went down. He is getting up under his own power. It's a good sight to see.
I was about to say, Siraj, if he wasn't hurt, I would have been yelling at him to hurry up there because the referee, again, has not been shy with yellow cards for time wasting here tonight.
So I believe it is Traeger Young on the free kick for Brookstone. Be a two-man wall for Mount De Sales. 4 players on the edge of the box here on the near side. Got to imagine this is a cross-up coming. Young delivers the cross in, looking for Wiley. Takes a deflection off the Mount De Sales player. Ball still alive. Shockley gets a boot on it for the Cougars. Farina looking to run, but it's given right back to Brookstone. Horde in the midfield, plays it off to Young. Cross comes in toward the box. Coming out, however, is Fletcher, who will collect it.
And they're going to roll it out quick here to try to see if they can catch Brookstone off guard. Again, we have just over 10 minutes left to go for Mount De Sales. Their season rides on them finding at least one more goal. And they have it to try and do that here in the last 11 minutes.
So it will be a throw-in here. Actually, they'll redo the throw-in. Well, actually, no, it'll be a substitution, looks like. See what the ruling is here. So, yes, it will be a substitution. Looks like Lewis Klein is back in for the Cavaliers on the far side. Roseboro throws it in, looking for Tarira. Deflected last touch by Brookstone, so it'll be another throw-in for the Cavaliers. The clock will stop here. 10:56 remaining on the video board here at Max Strong Stadium. So Mount De Sales with the throw-in upcoming. Play resumes here. Ferreira cross comes in for Mount De Sales. Siraj on the receiving end for Brookstone, though. Still alive for the Cavaliers. Siraj with another head on it. Maudlin wins it for Brookstone. It's taken away in the midfield, though. Fedalini now goes at goal, but it's no problem. We'll go out of way over the crossbar. No problem for Halter.
Halter's been halting the shots at goal. Great job tonight. 3-2 so far.
It looks like they've ruled it. Took a deflection off a Brookstone player. So it would actually be a corner here for Mount De Sales. So my apologies, the shadows here in the booth at Brookstone.
I would say the one spot of sun left on the pitch is over there in that corner.
Cross comes in, and they nearly had a player on it with a header. Goes through all the way to the opposite side of the field, and will be out for a throw-in. Cavaliers go quick. Nobody on the receiving end of that, though, and Brookstone will kick it upfield. We are now under 10 minutes to play here. 10 final minutes to decide who is headed to Macon. Roque for the Cavaliers. Ball's kicked back upfield. It was Chapman over here on the near side for the Cavaliers. Siraj now for Brookstone. They get it back to Chapman. Fedalini now. Ball played on the far side to Klein.
Great footwork there.
This is Tarira for Mount De Sales. It's taken away nicely by Wiley for Brookstone. E.J. Siraj giving chase here.
Oh, it almost had it.
Nearly got it.
If Brookstone can keep playing that, just clearing the ball forward and allowing the striker or two, such as Siraj there, to try and bring himself forward for an attempt, because we saw the pace there from Siraj. And if they find a good gap, they could have a fourth goal in the offing.
Substitution here for Brookstone. Jack Maudlin will check out. It'll be Francis Antwi back in. Young with the throw in, looking for Siraj. That one's deflected out by Mount De Sales. Under 8.5 minutes left to play here now. Throw in looking for Siraj yet again. This one's deflected. Chapman with a head on it. Falls to Farina. Taken away nicely by the Cougars, though. Shockley now. Won by Roseboro in the midfield, though, and Mount De Sales will look to run. Velati with a deflection. Player does go down, and we will see a free kick here to Mount De Sales. Looks like the Cavaliers will go quick, though.
Big deflection there from Brookstone because that was a surefire cross coming in, but thankfully for them got saved.
Under 8 minutes now here. Mount De Sales taking their time. They have 5 players around the edge of the box and a 6 not far behind. They will cross it into the box. Roseboro on the receiving end. Falls to Tarira, but it's over the crossbar. Be out for a corner once again for Mount De Sales.
We apologize as well if we miss numbers because that sun, the way it's hitting, it's coming right into our broadcast booth here. So we apologize if because of the sun we missed a thing or two.
So it'll be a corner. Mount De Sales needing a goal. Cross comes into the box. Roseboro on the receiving end. Ball batted up in the air. Halter gets a mid on it. Ball batted back by Chapman. Ball still alive in the box. Chapman in there once again. Ball still alive, and Brookstone will finally clear it out of harm's way.
That was almost dangerous from Falter. That punch that he made to get the ball out, he lost his footing when he hit the ground. Thankfully, he found it again, and the goal attempt was stopped.
Brookstone clears it once again. Shot fired in from distance, and it's way off.
Six and a half minutes left to go here tonight. We have seen the referee being a little bit harsh on his calls on the whistle for time wasting. If you're Pacelli, this is, of course, the moment you want to start doing that to your advantage. But again, if you're on a yellow, you need to be careful if that's the path that you decide to go down.
That one's deflected by Antwi.
They're going to give that a free kick to to Brookstone, excuse me.
And the clock will stop as well. Braden Siraj is down for the Cougars. So the clock stops with 6:02 remaining here in the second half. It's a 3-2 lead for Brookstone at Max Strong Stadium. And they're still working on Siraj. Looks like a bit of a cramp here. There's a player also down for Mount De Sales.
Again, it's been a very hot day, so of course, we don't want to see the players cramping up like this, but again, it is a hot day. Thankfully, Brookstone Siraj has gotten up. Mount De Sales still on the ground. He is moving, though.
I believe it's number 3, Liam Frawley. My apologies if that is incorrect. Clock remains stopped here. And my apologies, it was number 6, Bennett Griffin, who was down for Mount De Sales, walking up under his own power. It's a good sight to see. 6:02 remaining, 3-2 lead for Brookstone. Cavaliers need a goal to force extra time and keep their season alive. If Brookstone can hold over the final 6 minutes, they will be headed to Macon next week. When we resume here, it will be a throw-in for Brookstone. Right here in front of us, it's Traeger Young on it. Cougars camping 4 players out at midfield in defense. Throw-in goes toward Antwi. He's on the receiving end down in the near corner. Plays it back to Siraj. Last touch by Mount De Sales, so it's another throw-in for the Cougars.
Again, Brookstone playing so many backs, so it stops a counterattack opportunity here for Mount De Sales. If you're Brookstone, all you're worried about is parking the bus, not giving them a chance to score. But if you can grab one yourself.
That one's deflected. Falls to Siraj, and it's in the back of the net.
And there it is. Goal number 4 for the Brookstone Cougars. And with how much time is left, that most likely sent them to the state finals in Macon, Georgia. You see them hyping up the home crowd here. And just like that, the Cavaliers down by 2.
Siraj, his second of the game, number 36 on the year. Got to give props to the header as well. I believe it was Sam Wiley. Apologies if that is incorrect, but the header setting Siraj up nicely. No problem for number 22 in blue. And now if you're Mount De Sales, you need 2 goals here in the final 5 minutes to force extra time as the sun begins to set here behind the trees at Brookstone. Shockley taken away by Fedellini in the midfield. This is Farina, one of the goal scorers for the Cavaliers. Roseboro goes down. We do have a whistle, another clock stoppage as Shockley is down for the Cougars.
Most likely a cramp once again, as we've seen here in the last few minutes. 5 minutes left here tonight for this semifinal matchup. As Mount De Sales looking to make a substitution.
Shockley will get up and walk off under his own power. 5:01 on the game clock here at Brookstone. It's a 4-2 lead for the Cougars. When play resumes, it will be a free kick for Brookstone as well.
This might be an injury-style free kick where basically the goal is to just give it to the other team. Might see them try to play something semi-serious, but this is probably going right to Mount De Sales.
They will get it upfield, looking for Antwi. He gets a head on it, falls to Siraj. It's taken away momentarily and played out of bounds by Mount De Sales. If you are the Cavaliers, you cannot allow another goal, as that will certainly do it. Traeger Young to throw it in here.
Brookstone again needs to be careful in the time wasting. I know it sounds like a broken record.
Takes a deflection off a Cavalier defender, and Young will just let that go out of play. Young has to be careful, though. He is one of the Brookstone Cougars on a yellow. He gets it in here, looking for Antwi. Antwi gets a head on it. It is out of play for a goal kick, though.
A little bit of English on that shot on the throw-in to the left there. That's why just a little bit out of play. Brookstone and the Cougar faithful have just 4 minutes left to go to wait on this here.
Clock stoppage once again here as we get set for the goal kick. Mount De Sales will get this upfield. It looks like we will do it once again. So clock still stopped here, 4:01 left.
And there's the whistle that we've all been waiting on.
And it's booted upfield by Frawley. Henry Adams on the receiving end for Brookstone, however, and the Cougars headed the other way. Cross comes in looking for Siraj. He will just let that one go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Mount De Sales.
We're going to, of course, take it quickly here.
Chapman now for the Cavaliers. Gets past 2 defenders, passes off to Farina. This is Roseboro looking for players up at the edge of the box, but no problem for Reed Halter, though. 3.5 minutes left here at Brookstone. Ball played up to Siraj, deflected off of him, gets past the defender with a nice move. Plays it up to Young, looking for Antwi. Antwi will get there, gets past Frawley. And Frawley will kick that one out of play.
I believe this is going to be a throw-in because I believe it was just on the right side of the corner flag there. No, they're going to call it a corner. It looked close to me, but they are going to call this. No, they are going to call it a free-in.
I believe it is a throw-in.
Free-in, a throw-in.
So under 3 minutes left here. Young with the throw. Goes in toward the box. Battled for it, are both of these teams. Young comes away with it. Gets past one defender. Cross comes into the box. Another deflection. Ball falls to E.J. Siraj. Shot takes a deflection and will be out for a corner this time for Brookstone.
Barely a deflection there for Mount De Sales. And this will be a corner.
You'd think time wasting might be an option here, but Traeger Young, as we mentioned, is one of the players on a yellow. So he has to be careful here not to take too long to take this. Young's cross comes into the box, deflected, and a dangerous deflection at that. It was deflected by a Cavalier player right into the right foot of Braden Siraj. And that nearly could have been a decisive goal if you were Mount De Sales in defense. Roseboro will go quick. He goes down. I do not believe there was a whistle.
If there was, it was brief because it's going right back to a Mount De Sales free kick here, and they have just over 90 seconds to try to at least grab one of these back.
So now a minute 40 left here, a 4-2 lead for Brookstone. And if you're the Cavaliers, you need a goal, and you need it fast. Mount De Sales with it on the near side, or the far side, excuse me. Fedellini, it'll be a throw-in for the Cavaliers. They get it to Farina, takes a deflection off a Brookstone player. Fedellini with a throw-in yet again. Minute 18 left on the clock. He gets into the box. Siraj there on the receiving end. Ball still batted around, falls to Antwi. Traeger Young now in the midfield, just gets it upfield. And it will fall to a player for Brookstone, Jack Mahalik. We are now under a minute left. It will be a Brookstone throw. Clock will stop here for substitutions. Francis Antwi will come off, as will E.J. Siraj. So 2 players now in for Brookstone. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars on that far side of the field. When play resumes, there will be 52 seconds on the clock. Throw-in goes toward a Brookstone player. Takes a deflection. Cougars still with possession. 45 seconds left. Ethan Siraj here now. Siraj makes a defender miss. Time running out on Mount De Sales this season. We'll see if there was a deflection there. It will be a corner for Brookstone, and that will pretty much do it.
Yep. Brookstone will probably take their last opportunity to try to grab a 5th here, but as long as they get it in and get it out, and referee.
Clock will stop here momentarily.
For substitution.
Substitution for Brookstone. It will be Cameron Velati coming off. Velati had a heck of a game in defense for Brookstone here this afternoon. Just a reminder, our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game will be coming up following the final whistle. Cross comes in here with 19 seconds left. Battled for it in the box. Shot fired from distance, takes a deflection. Still alive for Brookstone. It'll be a free kick here for Mount De Sales as we're in the final 10 seconds.
Probably just going to boot it downfield here to see if they can get anything.
Clock down to 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. The Brookstone Cougars are headed to Macon. Your final 4-2 Brookstone, a winner over Mount De Sales, and the Brookstone Cougars are moving on to the GIAA 4A state title game.
The Brookstone Cougars played a fantastic match there, taking it 4-2 on goal. Unfortunately for them to start the match, but once that happened, they quickly came with the goals. And just like that, they are moving on, as you said, to Macon, Georgia for the final next week. I believe their match will be around 7 or 7:30 Eastern Time on GIAA.TV. So go over there, check that out if you're a Brookstone Cougar. Just got to give one last shout-out to the crowds tonight. Both teams traveled here well. Great job to Mount De Sales. We just want to congratulate them on a great season. They have a lot to build and look forward to going into next year. Congratulations to them. But tonight, it's all about the Brookstone Cougars from here in Columbus, Georgia.
And, folks, now for your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game. He got it last week in Brookstone's win over Stratford in the quarterfinals, and he gets it again here tonight. It is number 22, E.J. Siraj. Siraj, 2 goals on the night, bringing his season total to 36. A big reason as to why Brookstone is a winner here tonight. So congratulations to E.J. Siraj, the Brookstone senior, in his final game here at Mack Strong Stadium, your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game. So once again, a big congratulations to Mount De Sales Academy on an incredible season. Crowd traveled here from Macon this afternoon, certainly showed their support all game, and they're doing so once again here. It's a heck of a year for the Cavaliers, ending at 11-2 overall. And the Brookstone Cougars advance here. Now 14-2-1 overall on the year. They are moving on to Macon next week's state title game at Stratford. They will await the winner of the number 8 seed number 8 seed Fulton Science Academy and number 5 Tallulah Falls. They will play Saturday at Tallulah Falls to determine who the Cougars will face next week in Macon. Just once again, want to extend a big final thank you to Jack Hayes and NAIG2 Commercial Real Estate, the title sponsor of all Brookstone game broadcasts here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as well as our presenting sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital Houston Clinic, and the Mike Costello Law Firm. Congratulations to Brookstone and Mount De Sales. Cougars are moving on to Macon. For Matt Melton, Tyler Dykes, we'll see you next time here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great race, Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO C. Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, C, for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now a award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. Loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business. I can't wait to dive into it, Coach.
Good. Hope you enjoy it. It's about never giving up. So that's what a coach needs to know. It's what an entrepreneur needs to know.
The name of it is Believer, Bulldog, Coach, right now on Amazon. And thank you again to C. Smithwick and Maxwell for their support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value. Deal ends May 15th.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at MikeHostelloLawFirm.com. Hostello, car wreck. Car wreck, Hostello.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.